Hi, my name is Jillian Bentley, and I am sharing my experience with attendance at the webinar hosted by Chris Street and Christy Kenny. It was sponsored by Cal State Fullerton Extended Ed and was actually half of a credit or half of a unit, but I'm not claiming the units. So, this is my reflection or my takeaway. Um, there was a few activities that we got to participate in. We were reflecting on reading pieces in our classroom, how we teach and literacy strategies we can improve. Thankfully, we got to read a couple articles, respond to them with our peers, and also participate in a Jamboard discussion board of just our findings of new and different literacy strategies. And Chris Street and Christy Kenny were able to link that back to a really helpful literacy strategies guide that Christy Kenny put together for the workshop. So here are my takeaways. Reading in the classroom should reflect the students and allow them to learn about themselves and others. And they should be engaging in culturally sustaining literature and rigorous academic instruction to ensure engagement and actual comprehension, therefore, of the text with which they're engaging. They went into a lot of detail of the importance of building prior knowledge, especially vocabulary knowledge before the reading, as integral to understanding a text and being able to transfer. Active reading and tapping into prior knowledge, such as activating metacognition, is key to transfer after. And the strategies that the two instructors hit on were before, during, and after reading strategies. So during would be think, pair, share. And Christy Kenny was able to model that for us of being vulnerable with students and talking aloud about how you might not know a vocabulary word, what you would do to understand a word within the context, to ask yourself questions so that you can model that thinking while reading process for the students so they feel more comfortable to not know all the answers or not be perfect. There were some post reading activities like guiding questions, reflection. Also, a pre reading activity could be an anticipation guide. Again, all of these strategies were covered also in the guide that was presented in our Google Classroom. Then Chris Street presented on GIST to reteach using, so it's titled GIST for Generating Interactions Between Schemata and Text. And so this is basically a very purposeful, intentional summary of a text or a response to a text. And the teacher sets the word limit to be very limited. So students have to be very thoughtful in their choices of how they are summarizing. And it brings out really those key points more specifically. The key is to set an intentional amount of words. And I often do it with 5 words to 10 words, and it challenges students to be creative with their responses, but also very thoughtful in hitting the key ideas. So that was the literacy strategies that were presented, and we got to interact with during the webinar on April 9th. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.